Uh, Three things on LeBron James being ruled out for tonight's game in Phoenix. One, I won't be staying up that late to watch it. Two,
Okay.
maybe the joke is on us, and maybe it wasn't a joke after all. The April Fools tweet. And three, game by game, day by day, you're kind of getting your wish. I mean, it wasn't official all at once when you started this campaign to shut him down, but like one by one, it's like, okay. I mean, he's running out of games. He needs 2 more games to qualify for the scoring title, which would be a second scoring title. He's at 30.3 points per game, having played in 56. And the stakes is high. They're running out of must-wins. They keep calling every game a must-win or a must-win.
Must-win.
Tonight, a loss
Right.
in Phoenix plus a Spurs win over the Nuggets would
That ain't happening.
mathematically. Well, which one?
Spurs over Nuggets. Without, I think DeJounte Murray is out for San Antonio with a non-COVID illness.
Well,
I know they won the last game without him. Yeah, but you know.
No, I'm saying, but if that's not going to happen, then that will prolong this agony for another day. If those two things were to happen, the Lakers would be mathematically eliminated after tonight. So, I guess they'll live to fight another day, or they'll delay the inevitable if the Spurs don't cooperate and win at Denver, along with the Lakers' loss at the Suns. So, season's almost
you know
over,
what?
but no shortage of Lakers headlines, which we'll get to momentarily. You know
It's
what?
great. It's great. See, I just want to point out, you know, if Anthony Davis, of course I'm going to make this about Anthony Davis. We'll come back to LeBron too. But if Anthony Davis hadn't poked the bear, he did it, a month and a half ago, and he was like, oh, Phoenix knows. We were up 2-1. They got lucky. If I hadn't been hurt, we hadn't dealt with injuries, we would have won that series, and who knows what would have happened last year's first round. And, you know, you look at Phoenix sitting here, I think they played 80 games so far, Mike, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're 62-18, I think. But anyway, they're at the point in their season, or maybe 62-16, whatever it is. They got 62 wins. They're at the point in their season where they could just rest guys if they wanted to. Nobody's going to over – it's 62-16? Okay. So they got 4 games left. They can rest people. They don't have to prove anything. But they gonna put it on the Lakers tonight just because they can. Just because Anthony Davis wanted to run his mouth. It wasn't a foregone conclusion last year that the Lakers are going to win that series. They think that. I know some of their hardcore fans think that. Yeah, I know Anthony Davis got hurt, but so did Chris Paul. And they beat them with a one-arm Chris Paul at the then Staples Center to advance in the playoffs. So you know, this is gonna be. I'm glad you're not gonna stay up for it. I will be awake. I'll send you a text. Put your alerts on. Block me until like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, because I may even give you like some play-by-play. This is gonna be ugly. I think I got Phoenix by 30 in tonight's game. Just on principle. Just on GP. Anyway. Anthony Davis is playing, and I guess he should. He hadn't played since February. LeBron, okay, I know. They're not officially eliminated, but are you a little closer to agreeing to what I threw out there about a month ago with LeBron? There's really no purpose. There's no purpose for him to play.
I think if he could play, he would. So I don't think this is them just using this as a convenient excuse or cover. Maybe I'm naive, but I think with an opportunity to make the play in, with Anthony Davis back, I don't think LeBron is like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good. I think if he could play on that ankle, he would.
No, I'm not even saying I'm straight, I'm good. Do you feel like now, okay, what is it now? It's the knee and the ankle for LeBron?
I haven't heard much about the knee lately. Might still be the knee for all we know. Probably is. But this is primarily the ankle keeping him out now.
And is LeBron playing? You believe in this just in the name of competitor? You know, he's a competitor. He's got to give it all he's got. Is that what this is all about? Hey, a competitor's got to go out there and play every single game, no matter what.
Well,
or
we certainly live
are you going with
we certainly live in a different.
there's still a chance?
Well, that was always my point, and we live in a different day and age. I mean, they don't play all 82 like they used to, right? But if I know LeBron, or at least if I think I know LeBron, I don't think he shuts it down under the guise of we're not going to win a championship anyway with this team. It's that we're a lost cause. I think if there's an opportunity to get into the play-in and by extension the playoffs, LeBron James, again, if I think I know the guy, and I certainly don't know him personally.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
What's in his head. I'd like to think that he'd be competing if he could. I think it goes to show how bad this ankle must be if it's keeping him out with a mathematical, even though it's a long shot, but mathematical chance that they could still make the play-in.
Okay, I'm not trying to play a doctor on Peacock, but do you think does it concern you as it does me? And look, it's not my team. I'm just looking at it because I like to see star players play as long as they can, as long as they want to for their careers, not just in the seasons, in a particular season, but for their careers. That he could do more damage while playing hurt. It happens a lot. Guys who are playing with injuries, they wind up overcompensating for that injury and they get hurt worse.
Sure.
And so this is not about my belief or my this is not about the fact that the Lakers don't belong close to anybody's playoffs. I mean, that speaks for itself. The record speaks for itself. Yeah. It's not about that. It's not like, hey, it's a lost cause, shut it down. It's I'm afraid you're gonna get hurt. I'm afraid you're gonna get hurt more playing while you're hurt. What are we doing?
Because it's
just say, hey.
I didn't. To be clear, I never didn't understand, or probably the more efficient way of saying it is I never misunderstood your point. Like I always understood that you're looking at this team and you're looking at how this team has looked when LeBron has played and had the highest scoring average in the league, or even when he shared the court with Anthony Davis for a little less than 600 minutes and they've been outscored by 30. They barely outscored their opponents when their big three are on the court together. You're looking at that and you're looking at their realistic chances if they survive the play-in, to beat Phoenix 4 out of 7 times. And you look at LeBron James being 137 years old, and you say, is it worth it? Do I want to put more miles on that body? Do I want to risk him? Yeah.
It's Memphis. And it wouldn't even be Phoenix. Because they got no shot of playing Phoenix because they're so deep. They can't even get. We talked about this the other day. That's what they would get. See, you made the mistake that I just did. You called me the other day. You called me the other day. The best they could get would be 8 and feet. And the best they can get. So that's what they're looking at. Yeah. So I always got that. You looked at the calculus and was like, well, what sense does it make to put LeBron James in further danger of doing more damage to that body of his when are we really going to compete for a championship? My pushback to that was always, I hear you saying that, and I'm sure there's a lot of Lakers fans and maybe even people within the Lakers organization that feel that way. Maybe deep down in places they don't talk about at parties, LeBron might just feel that way. But I don't think LeBron is wired any differently than Anthony Davis. He doesn't have the rep and the reputation that Anthony Davis has. So maybe Anthony Davis is coming back now in part because he has to, because as he said to the LA Times the other day, he's damned if he do and damned if he doesn't, or damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. If he plays, he shouldn't be playing because he's hurt, as we saw last year against Phoenix in the playoffs. If he doesn't play, then he's Anthony Davis in street clothes and all those different things. So nice try, Anthony. Nice try. No.
Well,
people
maybe not
want to
for
see
you.
Play. Hey. No,
maybe not
for
for
most
you.
people.
No, but that happened last year.
It's most people.
But no, Michael, that happened last year. Last year against Phoenix, when he came back hobbled, people were like, why is he even out there? Well, because you said he was soft. You said he wasn't available for his team, so he tried to be available, and he was a shell of himself, and the rest is history. But back to you, though. I always got what you were saying about LeBron, that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't make sense. I just never expected LeBron, and for that matter, the Lakers, to subscribe to that level of thinking when they have to be delusional. This is no different than Anthony Davis saying what could have been, despite what we saw with our own eyes, or despite his track record of being hurt. Those guys are not, they don't show up to work every day thinking we got no shot. And if you have LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook, which was the idea to begin with, which was the idea to begin with, I don't know how you could expect professionals, and that goes back to that competition theme we talked about a second ago. I don't know how you could realistically expect them to take your advice. But the more he sits out game to game, I guess it'll be a moot point anyway.
It's happening anyway.
It's happening before our eyes.
Let me ask you this. All right, so the Lakers, you know, the season is what it is. They're just terrible. The only reason I watch them is because I enjoy how bad it is.
Because you want to attend your hater's funeral.
Yeah, it is. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's entertaining to me, and that's the only reason I will be up. I will be watching it, and I'm a Phoenix fan. Just in this instance tonight, I'm rooting for Phoenix. Put it on them, Phoenix. Don't stop. I mean, I want it to be have your starters early fourth quarter, take threes, do stuff like yell at them, talk trash, do whatever you need to do just to let them know. It's a big difference. Phoenix officially has twice as many wins as the LA Lakers. That is just a beautiful thing. Now, but I'm going to ask you this. We know Frank Vogel's going to get fired.
They're about to lose 50 games. And they may not win the rest of the year. Go ahead.
Yeah. We know Frank Vogel's going to get fired.
Certainly seems that way.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen with this team? What else do you do with them? What else do you do with the Lakers? I'm serious. I mean, they don't have a first round pick until what, 2027? I think that's what it is. 2027.
And,
So that's 5 years from now. They don't have a first round pick 5 years from now. Their very best player, the best player, is 37 years old. Their second best player got the body of a 37-year-old. And Anthony Davis, and is not always reliable. What do you do? I know Bill Plaschke earlier in the year said they should trade LeBron. LeBron doesn't have a no-trade clause. So they could trade LeBron. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I'm just trying to figure out what we see from in other words, what we see from the Lakers might go on for a couple of years.
So just for housekeeping purposes, the next one that they own, I'm looking at realgm.com. The next one that they own is actually 2026, but I believe the next one that they can trade would be 27.
It's 27. So they have 4 years.
But this offseason, they have the capability of trading 27 and 29.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.